We are back and we're 4 weeks out now from my first ever bodybuilding competition. And you can see now the look is alive. This is a completely different look. We've dropped so much body fat. And as I said on previous episodes, we're going aggressive. Low food, high cardio, running myself into the ground to get myself stage lean in a short period of time. But we're back in today, day in the life, what I eat, how I train, how I recover, everything that I'm doing now to get even more shredded over the next 4 weeks. We've got meal one, pre-workout meal going in now. We've had 30 grams of ghost whey. We've got 60 grams of oats with some sugar-free now, low calories. I don't want to be wasting calories on honey. We've got some sugar-free syrup, which makes it taste unbelievable with no calories in there. We've got 100 grams of blueberries. We're gonna let this go down, do a little bit of work. It's a Saturday today, so nothing crazy. And then we're gonna go and train a big, I think it's pull session today. But I'm gonna document everything, and by the end of the video, I'm gonna break down how I've dropped so much body fat and how I'm getting shredded very, very quickly. C4 going in, time to train and hit a pull session. Back in at Seven's gym. I've been rotating between Benus, which is like a bodybuilding gym, and Seven's, which is more lifestyle. So I'll do a couple of sessions at Benus with some more complex equipment, and then more sort of traditional sessions, lat pull down, bent over rows, cable rows, keeping it old school, just to keep an element of enjoyment in the training. But we're going to get into that now. This morning we've already boxed off 5k steps. We walked the dogs, getting very hot in Dubai at the minute, so beating the sun, getting up nice and early. Done a little work block. Now we're going to head off to train. We then got 50 minutes of cardio, so it's intense. To be honest, I've been feeling good so far this prep. I'm still feeling good, still feeling very good actually. But my coach sent me over a new plan yesterday. He's pulled quite a lot of calories out of the plan, and it's going to be tough, but we're going to look into that a little bit later on in the video. But it's all in the mindset. I'm just trying to be positive this prep. I know last time round I let things get on top of me, started having a negative outlook. This time round I'm just being positive, sinking this, and then we're going to send a big pull session, and then we're going to nail 50 minutes of cardio. Post-workout meal 2 of the day, we got 3 scrambled eggs and 50 grams of sourdough bread. Is it the most optimal post-workout meal? Probably not. Typically you want something that is going to be low fat. Eggs aren't low fat. You want something that's going to be high in glycemic index and high in protein as well. My main focus now is adherence. Am I going to lose muscle in this prep? No. With the intensity, with the overall plans that I've got. So it's not optimal. Is it going to make a difference? I don't think so. And for me, this just fits my routine better. When you're in a fat loss phase, you need to find the perfect plan, the perfect routine that is going to allow you to adhere to the plan. Now, it's quite early in the day. My cravings, my appetite earlier on is not that high. Evening time, high appetite, high cravings. So I'm going to keep my food low. What I don't want to do is have a massive pre-workout meal, massive post-workout meal, utilising a lot of the calories, which are very low at the minute anyway, and then get hungry throughout the rest of the day. So I'm going to save my typical post-workout meal for later on in the day, and that is going to keep me adhering to this plan. We're going to do 50 minutes of cardio. I'm going to do that after though. I'm going to go back and use the apartment gym. A few more steps to box off, and then we're going to get the rest of the meals in. So we're back in with meal 3. First day on the new plan yesterday, low food. Just hit a big session. Another week of trying to eat my food in peace without Ronnie trying to get hold of it. Big session, just them. Can feel it on my nervous system. So it's going to be an interesting 4 weeks. We're on very, very low food. I haven't been on this amount of food, honestly, since probably about 3-4 years ago when I was a lot smaller, like 78 kilos. Yeah, it's going to be intense. But we got 150 grams of chicken. We've got some hairy sauce. We've got carrots. We've got some white potato. We've got some broccoli on there. Now, staple in all meals is going to be good quality protein to make sure I maximize the muscle retention in this aggressive phase. But also protein is going to be the most satiating macronutrient. And then we're going to top it out with a lot of veg. So we got chicken, carrots, broccoli, and white potato. Not the most exciting meal, but it's nutritious. It's going to keep me satiated. It's going to do the job. I say it's not the nicest. It's still going to taste unbelievable on low food. So I'm excited to eat this. And then we are going to get some cardio done, 50 minutes, which I'm dreading. And then we're going to get into meal 4. So we've got meal 4 going in now. And again, we've got a very high protein, high volume meal. So we've got 200 grams of cooked beef mince. And then we've got 100 grams of carrots going in there again. Good quality protein. Carrots again for me is just to ultimately pack the meal out. Seasoning the beef mince, we've got smoked paprika. I cannot eat plain beef mince. Low carbohydrates, moderate fats, just to bring my healthy fat intake up for the day as well. Last meal of the day is going to have carbs in it though, and that is going to be my most exciting meal. It's now 6 p.m. I always like to have 2 meals by 6. A meal at 6 and then a meal at around 8:30, because if I eat my last meal now, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to get hungry. We've got one more thing going on this meal as well. So I'm going to eat this, and then I'm going to have 100 grams of strawberries just for me. It's tastes sweet, more volume, helps hit my craving spot, good micronutrients as well. Big week of training, big week of working, and now I'm feeling the fatigue. So going to eat this, go on the sofa, watch a film, and then last meal of the day goes in. And then I'm going to break down exactly what I'm doing, calories, macros, and how I'm driving this much body fat off the frame. So I'll see you at the last meal. So last, final and favorite meal of the day. Honestly, this is like the best part of my day. So we've got sugar-free salted caramel going in, the oats with strawberries, and then we've got whey protein mixed in with the skier yogurt. Tastes unbelievable. Again, this tastes like a dessert, good quality carbs. Having it late tonight is going to fuel performance levels tomorrow. But macros then for the day, what we've all been waiting for, and we're going aggressive. So I'm 91 kilos. To maintain my physique, I need about 3,500 calories. Probably a little bit more at the minute with the amount of movement that we're doing. And calories now is at 2,200. So we're in like a 1,400 calorie deficit. And the rationale behind that is that I'd never advise going this aggressive unless you can get it wrapped up in a very short period of time. Otherwise you are going to start to run the risk of losing muscle. But ultimately we gave ourselves 6 weeks to get in bodybuilding condition, which is super lean, 5% body fat. We had a lot of body fat to pull off in 6 weeks, about 9 kilos. And as a result of that, we need to pull off over 1 kilo per week. To drop 1 kilo per week, you need to burn, I think it's 7,700 calories in 1 kilo of body fat. So over 7 days, you need to be in about 1,000 calorie deficit. Hence, we're having to go over that to yield a bigger response than 1 kilo. So macros, we've got about 230 grams of protein, around 180 grams of carbs, give or take 1 or 2 grams, and 50 grams of fats. Very high protein intake. The lower your food is, the higher your protein needs to be, because when your body's in a deficit, especially an aggressive deficit, your rate of muscle protein synthesis is going to be reduced. That puts a requirement on having more protein. We've then got fats in at a baseline level. You can't neglect it. It's important for inflammation. It's important for managing your hormones. And if you neglect that, you're going to neglect those areas, and it is going to start to impact your progression and your mental health, your cognitive function. And then the rest is going to come from carbs. So we keep fats as low as possible to get as many carbs in the plan with the remaining calories, glycogen, main source of energy, which is going to drive performance levels. Realistically, this is going to change every single week. So I'm nervous for next Friday's check-in, because this week he's pulled 200 calories out the plan. I think next week is probably going to be quite similar, and every week now until the bodybuilding competition is going to be like that. So we're ready to get into the trenches. It's going to be dog work from here, but look, the condition is coming in. But that's a wrap for this week's episode. And again, I'll catch you guys next week to show you the progress from this new plan and then the changes that we're going to be making. So see you next time.